In a small dorm room at Harvard University, a 19-year-old student sat in front of his computer. No big office. No investors. No team of hundreds. Just a laptop. An idea. And a belief that the world could be more connected. That student was Mark Zuckerberg. And the website he built in that dorm room would change the world forever. This is the story of how Facebook was born. And how one simple idea turned into a global empire. The curious kid who loved computers. Mark Elliott Zuckerberg was born on May 14, 1984, in White Plains, New York. From a very young age, Mark was different. While other kids were playing video games, Mark was curious about how those games were built. His father, a dentist, ran his clinic from home. When Mark was just 12 years old, he created a messaging program called Zucknet. It allowed his father's clinic and home to communicate through computers. Think about that. At 12 years old, most kids are learning basic math. Mark was building software. But here's the important lesson. Success leaves clues early. Curiosity is often the first sign of greatness. Mark wasn't the smartest in the room because he memorized things. He was different because he asked questions. How does this work? Can I build something better? What if? That what if mindset would later change the world. Harvard, the turning point. Fast forward to 2002. Mark gets accepted into Harvard University, one of the most prestigious universities in the world. But here's something interesting. He wasn't focused on becoming famous. He wasn't focused on becoming rich. He was focused on building things. In his dorm room at Harvard, Mark created several small projects. Course Match, helping students choose classes. FaceMash, a controversial site comparing student photos. FaceMash got him into trouble. The university shut it down. Many people would have stopped there. Many would have felt embarrassed. But failure didn't stop Mark. It taught him something powerful. People are deeply interested in connection. That insight would soon lead to something bigger. The birth of Facebook. February 4, 2004. Inside a small dorm room, Mark launched the Facebook.com. At first, it was simple. Students could create profiles, upload photos, add friends, connect with classmates. Within 24 hours, over 1,000 students signed up. Within weeks, other universities wanted access. Stanford, Columbia, Yale. The idea spread like wildfire. But remember, this was not a giant company. It was still a student coding from his dorm room. No big funding. No massive office. Just belief and execution. Lesson: start before you feel ready. Mark didn't wait for everything to be perfect. He started small and improved along the way. The lawsuits and challenges. Success doesn't come without resistance. Soon after Facebook started growing, Mark faced serious challenges. The Winklevoss twins accused him of stealing their idea. Lawsuits followed. Pressure increased. Criticism grew. Imagine being 20 years old and facing million-dollar lawsuits. Most people would panic. Most would quit. But Mark focused on one thing: building. Instead of fighting emotionally, he kept improving the product. Eventually, the lawsuits were settled. Facebook survived. Lesson: focus on creation, not distraction. When the world doubts you, let your work speak. Dropping out to dream bigger. As Facebook expanded beyond Harvard, Mark faced a life-changing decision. Stay in college? Or drop out and build Facebook full-time? It was risky. Harvard was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But so was Facebook. Mark chose the unknown. He dropped out. He moved to Palo Alto, California. He rented a small house with friends. That house became Facebook's first headquarters. They worked day and night. No weekends. No luxury. Just vision. Lesson: sometimes you must choose growth over comfort. Success requires bold decisions. The first big investment. In 2004, investor Peter Thiel invested $500,000 in Facebook. That investment gave Facebook oxygen. It allowed them to hire engineers, improve servers, expand faster. But even with money, Mark had one rule: move fast and build things. He wasn't chasing quick profits. He was focused on long-term vision, connecting the world. That clarity of mission made Facebook unstoppable. Opening to the world. At first, Facebook was only for college students. Then high schools. Then companies. And finally, in 2006, Facebook opened to everyone over 13 years old. This was the moment everything changed. Millions joined. Then tens of millions. Then hundreds of millions. Facebook wasn't just a website anymore. It was a movement. People reconnected with old friends. Families across countries stayed in touch. Businesses found customers. The world became smaller. And it all started in a dorm room. The mindset of a builder. Mark Zuckerberg once said, "People don't care about what you say, they care about what you build." He wore simple gray t-shirts every day. Why? To reduce decision fatigue. He believed energy should go into important decisions, not small ones. He focused on long-term thinking, constant improvement, taking bold risks, learning from mistakes. Success is not luck. It is consistency. The dark times. But the journey wasn't perfect. Facebook faced privacy scandals, data breaches, public criticism, government investigations. Mark had to testify before Congress. The world questioned him. This was no longer a dorm room project. It was a global responsibility. And leadership became more important than coding. Lesson: with growth comes responsibility. Real success is not just building something big. It's handling pressure when things go wrong. Becoming Meta. In 2021, Facebook rebranded to Meta. Mark believed the future was in the metaverse, virtual reality, augmented reality, and immersive digital worlds. Some people laughed. Some doubted. But visionaries always see what others can't see yet. Remember, in 2004, people also doubted Facebook. Great ideas often look crazy in the beginning. Key points. A young boy who loved computers. A teenager who built programs for fun. A college student in a dorm room. He didn't wait for permission. He didn't wait for perfect timing. He started. That's the secret. Not money. Not connections. Not luck. But courage to begin. Your dream may not be Facebook. Your dorm room may look different. But the principle is the same. Start where you are. Use what you have. Build what you believe in. Because the next world-changing idea could be sitting inside your mind right now. From startup chaos to global power. Success is not built in comfort. It is built in chaos. When Mark Zuckerberg moved to Palo Alto with his small team, they weren't thinking about becoming billionaires. They were thinking about one thing. How do we make this better? They lived together. They coded together. They argued together. They dreamed together. This was not a polished company. It was messy, uncertain, risky. But that's how every empire begins. The Hacker House. The first Facebook headquarters was not a shiny corporate office. It was a rented house. Laptops everywhere. Whiteboards filled with ideas. Pizza boxes stacked in corners. This became known as the hacker house. And here's something powerful. Mark built a culture of builders. He believed in hackers, not criminals, but creative problem solvers. He created something called hackathons. All-night coding sessions where engineers built new features. No limits. No fear of failure. Some of Facebook's biggest features were born in hackathons. Lesson: innovation happens when people feel free to experiment. Explosive growth. By 2008, Facebook had over 100 million users. That number is hard to imagine. But think about this. Every single user was a human being. With emotions. With relationships. With stories. Facebook wasn't just software. It was human connection at scale. But growth created new problems. Server crashes. Technical failures. Competition from MySpace. Pressure from investors. The world was watching. And Mark was only in his early 20s. Imagine leading a company impacting millions of lives at 23. Pressure can break you. Or shape you. Mark chose to grow with it. The bold decision, rejecting $1 billion. In 2006, Yahoo offered to buy Facebook for $1 billion. $1 billion. For a 22-year-old, that's life-changing. Most people would have said yes instantly. But Mark said no. Why? Because he believed Facebook could become something bigger. This was not about money. It was about mission. He once said, "We don't build services to make money. We make money to build better services." That decision changed everything. Lesson: if you believe deeply in your vision, short-term rewards won't distract you. Building the right team. No great success is built alone. Mark surrounded himself with people smarter than him. Sheryl Sandberg joined as COO in 2008. She brought business structure, advertising strategy, operational excellence. Mark focused on product and vision. Sheryl focused on monetization and growth. Together, they transformed Facebook into a money-making machine. Lesson: vision needs execution. Talent needs teamwork. The IPO moment. May 18, 2012. Facebook went public. It was one of the biggest IPOs in tech history. Mark Zuckerberg became one of the youngest self-made billionaires. But something unexpected happened. The stock price dropped after launch. Media criticized. Investors panicked. People said, Facebook is overvalued. It won't survive. It's a bubble. But Mark stayed calm. He focused on long-term growth. And slowly, the stock recovered. Lesson: public opinion changes fast. Vision does not. The mobile crisis. Around 2012, Facebook faced a huge threat. The world was moving to smartphones. But Facebook wasn't ready. Their mobile app was slow. User experience was weak. Revenue was falling. This was a make-or-break moment. Instead of blaming the market, Mark rebuilt Facebook's entire mobile strategy. He forced the company to go mobile first. Engineers rewrote code. Designers rebuilt the app. Teams worked aggressively. And within 2 years, mobile became Facebook's biggest strength. Lesson: adapt or disappear. Even giants must evolve. The Instagram gamble. In 2012, Facebook bought Instagram for $1 billion. At that time, Instagram had only 13 employees. People laughed at the deal. They overpaid. It's just a photo app. But Mark saw the future. He understood one thing. The future of social media was visual. Today, Instagram is worth hundreds of billions. Lesson: vision means seeing value before others do. Acquiring WhatsApp. In 2014, Facebook bought WhatsApp for $19 billion. Many called it crazy. Why pay $19 billion for a messaging app? But Mark wasn't buying an app. He was buying global communication. WhatsApp connected billions of people across countries. The mission remained the same: connecting the world. The mind of a long-term thinker. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't think in years. He thinks in decades. While others chase quarterly profits, he invests in virtual reality, artificial intelligence, the metaverse, global internet access. Not all bets succeed, but big vision requires bold experiments. Lesson: short-term thinkers chase trends. Long-term thinkers build the future. Facing criticism and responsibility. With great power comes intense scrutiny. Facebook faced data privacy scandals, fake news controversies, political pressure. Mark testified before governments. The calm coder from a dorm room was now facing global leaders. Leadership had changed. He had to grow from programmer CEO global leader. And growth is uncomfortable. Lesson: success will test your character. Key points: from a dorm room, to a rented house, to a global headquarters, from coding alone, to leading thousands of employees, from being doubted, to becoming one of the most powerful entrepreneurs in history. Mark Zuckerberg's journey teaches us: big things start small. Very small. A simple idea. A single decision. One night of courage. He didn't know the future. He just built consistently. And that consistency built an empire. Failure, philanthropy, evolution, and the ultimate success lesson. Success is not a straight line. It is a mountain. And every mountain has storms. Mark Zuckerberg faced storms most people will never experience. Public criticism, media pressure, global responsibility, billions of users watching every move. But what defines a person is not success. It is how they handle the storm. When the world turns against you. There were moments when Facebook was under massive criticism. People questioned privacy, data usage, content moderation, influence on society. For many leaders, that kind of pressure destroys confidence. But Mark did something powerful. He listened. He adapted policies. He invested in safety teams. He strengthened regulations. Leadership is not about being perfect. It is about responding with maturity. Lesson: growth requires accountability. The human side of Mark Zuckerberg. Behind the CEO, there is a husband and father. Mark married Priscilla Chan in 2012. They met at Harvard before Facebook became global. Through all the success, she remained part of his grounding force. They built a family. And this changed his perspective. Because when you become a parent, you start thinking about the future differently. Not just profits, but humanity. The Chan-Zuckerberg Initiative. In 2015, Mark and Priscilla made a historic announcement. They pledged to donate 99% of their Facebook shares over their lifetime. Think about that. One of the largest philanthropic commitments in history. They created the Chan-Zuckerberg Initiative focused on education, science, disease research, equal opportunity. This was bigger than business. It was legacy. Lesson: true success is not how much you keep. It's how much you give. Reinvention never stops. Even after becoming one of the most powerful tech leaders in history, Mark continues experimenting. Virtual reality, AI development, digital ecosystems. Some projects succeed. Some fail. But he keeps building. Because builders never stop building. The world changes fast. And those who survive are those who adapt fastest. The real traits behind the empire. Let's break it down. What truly made Mark Zuckerberg successful? It wasn't just intelligence. It was relentless curiosity, long-term vision, comfort with risk, emotional control under pressure, obsession with improvement, willingness to evolve. These traits are learnable. They are not genetic gifts. They are daily choices. What you can learn from this story. You may not build the next Facebook, but you can build something meaningful. Here's what this journey teaches. Start small. Think big. Move fast. Learn constantly. Adapt quickly. Stay calm in crisis. Focus on impact. Your dorm room may be your bedroom. Your laptop may be old. Your resources may be limited. But ideas are free. Courage is free. Execution is a decision. The ultimate motivational. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine a 19-year-old sitting alone in a small room. No global fame. No billions. No headlines. Just belief. That belief became a platform connecting billions. A company shaping the digital age. A legacy influencing generations. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is action. Most people have ideas. Few execute. Most people dream. Few commit. Most people start. Few persist. Mark Zuckerberg was not chosen by destiny. He chose discipline. He chose courage. He chose to keep going. And that choice changed the world. Final words. If you are watching this right now, remember this. The next global idea. The next breakthrough. The next transformation does not start in a billion-dollar office. It starts in a small room with someone who refuses to quit. That someone could be you. Build something that matters.